This is an Insane Cast production. You are listening to Thanks for Watching, the All Movies Podcast, with your cast, DJ, Beth, Joe, and now, thanks for watching.
Welcome to episode 126 of Thanks for Watching. Today is Monday, September 21st, so you'll get to hear this on the 22nd or any time after that. You know how you listen, right?
Right.
I'm DJ.
I'm Beth.
I'm Joe. Joe.
Welcome to Joe and Beth. All right. How was everybody's weekend?
There's a story for that. Trust me, fellas. Don't worry. Don't everybody listen.
Trust me, fellas.
Trust me, fellas. There's a story for that.
There is.
Oh my goodness.
It's a good story.
Usually is.
So yeah, how was everybody's weekend?
I feel like you just asked us this question.
I did, but nobody answered.
Because the same thing has happened.
Happening.
Shut up.
Yeah, it's the same thing every
it's
weekend.
It's the same. It's just a blur now.
That's right.
Like, I worked a couple of days. Yep.
Uh-huh.
You got to hang out with doggies?
Yes. I had someone ask if I would breed my dog to their Saint Bernard.
Wow.
Which you politely said no, correct?
Right.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. But just think of the fluffy puppies.
Yeah, they'd probably be pretty cute. But
They would be stupidly cute. But no, thank you.
They would hate to live here in Las Vegas.
That's why we live where it gets cold sometimes.
Yeah. Well, it gets
My
cold
mom's
here
like-
sometimes.
My mom the other day was like, we should move to Canada. And I'm like, the only one in the family who would be happy would be Egon.
Yeah.
I mean, Canada's cool and everything, but it gets cold AF there in some parts.
But you're like pretty much almost there.
Yeah.
You're like
Yeah.
you're like 2/3 the way up from there, right? You're almost there. Just move to Vancouver. It's on the-
I would say she's halfway there from you.
I mean, there's a little bit more to it than that. I mean, the climates differ pretty excellently.
I don't know. Like the West Coast is on fire. It goes all the way up.
Yeah,
I'm
but
curious
in the
if
winter
Canada's
we get
on fire.
maybe 6 inches of snow. Didn't they
Yeah.
have the Winter Olympics in Vancouver?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't see the difference. 6 inches, 6 feet, it's snow.
There's so much more when there's 6 feet, Joe. You got to trust me on this.
Oh wait, but the
It
number's
is.
the same.
Yeah, the number's
Yeah,
the
but
same. But the amount of
shoveling is
shoveling.
so much more.
I know.
Yeah, it's horrible.
The 6 inches, 6 feet. What does it matter to the guy who lives in San Diego?
Exactly.
Right?
Snow is snow, man. Snow
Yeah.
is snow.
Ask the Travises. See what they say.
Right? They'll let you know.
They will.
I mean, I've had to deal with it before, but I've never had to live in it.
Oof.
Yikes.
I'll send you
Good
some
point.
pictures.
Well, lucky. Don't want to live in it. Don't. It's gross.
So, yeah, I mean, nothing happened this week.
Okay. Nothing. Got it. Yeah, me, just more decoration. That's it. Not much else.
Hey.
Yeah, so I get it. I still haven't gone to the movies, everybody.
Good job.
Good.
They've been open for such a long time now, and I have
Such a
not
time? Okay,
gone.
good job. If I could give you a treat, I would.
I would love a treat. I made cookies today, speaking of treats, so
There you go.
I will just treat myself with a chocolate chip cookie. So
Good
okay.
job.
Thank you.
Treat yourself.
So our rundown today, we have our box office numbers, which are
Oh my god.
dismal. You realize I can see the notes and the Discord now.
Yeah.
This is not
That
going to
was-
do well with my brain. Okay.
Things.
Box office numbers a challenge, which is kind of different this week. Future films and new discussion brought to you by Patreon member Wendy. So we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So, entertainment news. Sad news. So the man who brought us the DeLorean in Back to the Future and the spaceship in Alien,
the old Spip,
Rob Cobb, died today.
Oh.
Yeah, 83 years old.
Bummer.
Absolutely, a big bummer. Let's see, what else? Soul. I think, did I mention this before? Soul is probably going to Disney Plus.
You brought it up before the... Well, let me talk to you about this later. This is not important. Go ahead, keep going.
Got it. Okay. Oh, other cool news. We are now on Amazon. Our podcast, Thanks for Watching, can be heard on Amazon's music app.
Oh, well, that's cool.
So that happened this week. That was pretty nifty.
Good job.
That was a cool email to get. What else? Disney? Mm-hmm. Disney, what is it? Disney's Mulan?
Yeah.
Made in America alone $261 million.
So I guess it did okay?
It did pretty darn good.
Yeah.
That's amazing for just releasing a film online.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm really impressed.
No, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And to think about it, they don't have to pay the theaters anything.
Yeah.
They don't have to split profits with anyone.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. They killed it.
Do you know what the budget is on that movie? What they spend to make it?
Oh yeah, they didn't make budget. It was $300 million.
Yeah.
But add what they made in China, and I think they just about broke even.
I don't. Yeah.
Because I think it bombed in China, but it still made like $30 million of some sorts in China.
Yeah, there's, I guess, political issue around it in China.
Yeah, but in other countries, I think it ran. I don't know if India. I think they're on lockdown again. So. But anyway, but in America alone, $261 million.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Unsplit. Like, a lot of times you'll hear $261 million, but that's not all what Disney gets. So they're not crying.
No, I don't think that they're. I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, they're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Mandalorian won 7 Emmys.
Good job, Mando.
7, including like best music.
It does have really good music.
Yeah, so that was pretty neat. Beth, you have one.
Yeah, Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, which I watch every week that it's on because it makes me laugh and also, tries to educate me on some things. So John Oliver got his Emmy last night, but he didn't thank his beautiful man crush, Adam Driver, which anyone who watches the show will get that's he gets really funky, like dirty about how he loves Adam Driver. It's pretty funny. But he was wearing a floofy red hoodie. He looked very comfortable. The real story is that they won for the 5th consecutive year for Outstanding Variety Talk Series. So good job, John Oliver and writers.
Nice. I love watching John Oliver. It's pretty awesome.
So good.
I don't think I've ever watched it.
It's super funny.
It's on
HBO. And also,
Yep. Oh well, that's all right.
You can watch bits of it
on the YouTubes, the highlights.
YouTubes.
Yeah, I think I've seen some of that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I'm sure you've probably seen some that are attached to the Adam Driver joke that he does. So, because he does it pretty periodically. So, moving on, though.
Moving on. Also, if you've ever seen on Disney Plus, Forky Asks a Question. That one got an Emmy for short film animated program.
Nice, that's cool.
Yeah. So, and then in other news, it looks like Scream 5 is getting a thing. It's actually going to come.
God, we need more of those?
Yeah, apparently.
In high school, Scream was like the one.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, people lost their business over Scream, and I watched it about 100 times with my best friend Natalie, and we memorized it pretty much, and everybody lost their crap, and now there's gonna be a 5th one. I lost after the 3rd one. I was like, oof.
I think I maybe saw 1 and 2. I don't remember. I don't remember anything after that.
Yeah, the 2nd one was not as good, and the 3rd one was not as gooder.
I saw worse. 1 and 2, and then all the parodies that came out of it.
Of course, you watched all the scary movies because they're slapstick and people talk to the camera and fall down.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my gosh, one of my favorites was Screech.
Oh.
Yeah, that was.
Did it have the? Please tell me it had the guy from Saved by the Bell in it.
I don't think so.
Oh, failed. Failed chance right there.
Yep.
Missed opportunity.
But there was a Scary Movie which weren't as good as Screech. I think Screech was really directed to that. But Scary Movie was pretty funny. And their cat Cheap Shot, hilarious.
Yeah.
So. All right. Well, that's all the news I have, unless you guys have any other news.
Nope.
Okay.
Nah.
Okay. Doing this from my iPad, so give me a second. There we go. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Okay. Contact us. Woohoo! Now we got it. Let's see. Contact us at 512-PODCAST. That's 512-763-2278. Or you can go to our website, which is tfwmovies.com. You could email us at shoutout@tfwmovies.com or go on over to Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at tfwmovies. You'll find us there.
That's
Ta-da!
right.
That's right. Right.
Where's your favorite place to contact us, DJ?
Oh, I'm so glad that you asked. My favorite place is patreon.com/tfwmovies.
Through the post. That's my favorite place.
Yes. Well, let's go with my favorite place.
Oh, he prefers Patreon to the post.
Oh,
He's new media.
well, that's why they're dying.
But what can you do there? You can subscribe at different tiers, and
like
then
crying tears.
No.
Tears.
Well, depends on if you're listening live or not. But yes, so some of the perks of being part of the tiers, you also get to be on our Discord live in person, like Crackhead Blue and Wendy.
Crying tears.
Wendy doesn't have a nickname yet. Did you know that? I don't know if she needs one or not, but we'll figure it out. Sorry, Wendy. What else do we have? Yes, and then you can also be part of the Marco Polo group. Woohoo! And you get to see our beautiful faces every once in a while, saying something via video. Dun, dun, dun. Every once in a while, I'll throw my TikTok videos on there. Every once in a while. But you could always see that anytime. It's not a Patreon. That's what I'm talking about.
It's not
There
a
we go.
Patreon exclusive. You can just follow him on TikTok. That was shameless.
Yes, exactly.
Shameless TikTok self-promotion.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's all right.
Shameless Mickey right over here. So one other thing is if we get one more subscriber, Sheriff Joe, He's gonna eat a Twinkie Winner sandwich.
That's correct.
And hopefully he won't say yuck.
I don't know how it's gonna go, but it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. I can't wait. This is gonna be exciting. Just one more person.
It'll be a long, lengthy Marco Polo. I know that's not. I know that's not what they're typically used for. I mean, it's supposed to be short and sweet little bits, but it's gonna be one you might want to watch all the way through. You might not. I don't know.
That's right.
It depends on how into Twinkie Wiener sandwiches and making Joe miserable you are.
Yeah. I'm worried that I'm really gonna like it, and then it becomes something that I have to have every once in a while.
That is the.
It could happen.
I'm more worried about that happening.
Yeah.
Then I'll tell Blue like, "Hey, do we have any Twinkies left over? Because
we gotta go to the store. I need a Twinkie.
I need
Wiener
Twinkies and
sandwich.
I need fake cheese and wieners and all that."
I have that problem with the Oreo and bologna sandwich every once in a while. It just has to.
That was the one you wanted to make me eat.
Oh yes. Well, I mean, I like it. It happens, and every once in a while I get a hankering for it. Ay. All right. Okay. So, I think we should move on to talking about movies. What do you think?
What a great idea, DJ.
Great idea. Wendy, keep it in mind what your favorite Jamie Foxx movies are while we start off with Crackhead Blue's list. Are you ready for this? Woo-hoo. All right, her first one is Ray.
It's a good one.
That is a good one. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I want to see it, and it seems like it would be a good one.
Are Blue and I the only two on the... Wendy, have you seen it? Or is it... Have just the girls on the podcast gone to see it or seen this movie?
Wow, that would be fantastic. If it was just the gals. Weird.
Okay.
So, Wendy does have a thumbs up. I don't know if that was to the Jamie Foxx thing.
that was before.
Oh, that was before.
I have control of the chat. You're fine, DJ.
Okay,
Don't worry about
good.
it.
Whew. All right, moving forward and trying to keep an eye off of the.
Yeah, don't look at the chat.
chats.
You're fine.
Okay. Django Unchained is the next one.
Yeah.
Soloist.
Mm-hmm.
Annie. And Baby Driver.
Ah.
Yes.
Oh, I guess I
Those
could
are
put that in
his. Those are the movies
there.
of him that Crackhead Blue. Oh gosh.
That's Blue's list of favorite films containing Jamie Foxx.
Oh gosh.
Boom.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Where did that come from?
I'm not sure.
Yikes. Okay. Next, Joshua Struthers.
Hey!
So he is no longer the only guy that hasn't seen it because he saw it. Ray.
Hey, way to go!
Yeah, that was his favorite. There we go. I don't have Wendy's thing yet, but so at I don't even know how to say this. KWEHDOS, like Quiddos? I don't even know. Her name's Laura M. She was on. That's a TikTok handle. So,
Nice.
At Quiddos. Anyway, In Living Color. She's like, I like his movies, but I loved In Living Color.
It's good.
So that was her choice. She wanted me to tell everybody that.
Thanks for sending it in there, Laura M.
Yeah, Laura M. Maybe you should TikTok DJ on how to say your online handle too. Send them a pronunciation guide. Yeah,
that's a good
that
idea.
That goes for anybody on TikTok.
Well, that's the next time she goes live. I'll ask her.
Or the tweeters.
That's right, exactly.
Also the Instagrams.
If Penny had her say, it would be In Living Color as well.
Well, there is the Jim Carrey factor in there.
The Jim Carrey factor is a huge factor. And I don't see anything by Wendy, so if you think of something on the way through, just throw it in there, because we'll
she's
interrupt.
typing something.
and say it. So, all right. So that is our listener list. I missed it. What did I miss?
So, Blue posted an in living color GIF, but neither of the gentlemen contained therein is Jamie Foxx.
That's funny.
I just thought that was funny. Like, we're talking about how we like him on there, and then he's not even in that.
Not in there.
Ah.
Wendy says she likes Django, which makes me think of Nacho. And then also she says Annie was sweet. Players Club? That's not one I know.
I don't know the Players Club either. Ooh.
Hated it. No, sorry, I'm just reading the GIF. Oh.
Got it.
Still no Jamie Foxx.
The Player Club? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I think I've seen it. I think I saw the Players Club, but it was such a while ago that I don't remember it. That's the problem.
Let's see.
Ay, ay, ay. All right. Well, how about this? Let's move on to the cast list, shall we?
Okay.
All right. One of my favorite ones that was just recently done, Project Power. That was fun. It's on Netflix if you want to check it out. I'd recommend it. Baby Driver. There we go. Annie. I really liked Annie. Robin Hood.
Oh.
Yep. I'm the one that liked that.
That newer one, yeah.
Yes. Django Unchained.
Django.
Yeah. And Toys.
Ah.
Yeah. He was a chef in there.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
So, but anywho, that is my list.
I hate it when my food touches. Good list, TJ.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, there you go. So my list is Ray, the soloist, horrible bosses. I will like.
Oh, I forgot about Horrible Bosses.
And the number one reason that Horrible Bosses is on this list is because of Jamie Foxx's name.
Yes.
What was it, DJ?
I'm not saying his name.
Say his name.
There's an episode of
what is it?
Insane Cast that actually has the name in it.
So many times we got him to say it, and it was fantastic. It made my life. And that's why his name was Motherfucker Jones.
Yeah. And I'm so embarrassed by how often I said it. Oh,
so many times. It was so great.
You guys were messing with me. You must have been.
Yes, we absolutely were.
And I had no idea. That was
what made it so great.
God.
I didn't quite hear that. What was his name?
Oh, it was horrible.
You're right. It isn't fair, and I did know it.
Oh.
But it was so good.
You guys are evil.
Only, like, a little bit evil. Like, subtle evil.
I just remember editing it going, wow.
Oh, my God. Oh, I said it so many times. Because, as the story goes, his character's name is Dean Jones. But he didn't, he didn't want to be known by that because there's the actor who was Dean Jones.
Yes.
And so he adopted this other name. And it was just, if you've never heard DJ swear like that, it's almost a religious
I've only heard him swear by accident.
Yeah.
Or when he's really
when
he's really
shit,
mad.
I think. But
you haven't watched me play video games.
We had him on the ropes that day.
Oh, yeah.
And then, go ahead.
I mean, and it was Insane Cast. Honestly, it was like cursing really didn't matter because there were people that cursed all the time, but.
And it wasn't even always me.
No.
But then my honorable mention is The Truth About Cats and Dogs. which is a movie that I
yes.
enjoy, but he's in it for like maybe 5-6 minutes. So
Yeah, but that's a great movie.
yeah, I like that movie. So what's your list, Sheriff Joe?
Well, I'm just going to go with the two that come to mind, Baby Driver and Django.
There you go.
I don't think I've seen very many of his movies or can't recall cameos or anything like that. So
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I'm sure Ray's good, but I don't think I've seen it. I really don't.
Yeah.
I can't remember that I've watched it or not.
If it's on any of the sites that I stream
I'll
movies
look.
on, maybe I'll have
Which
to
is
check it
weird
out.
because I know that Blue's seen it. And it's like,
Yeah.
how did she watch it and I didn't? I don't know.
You were out of town.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You went out of town. You were in Canada and playing some sort of video game con type of a thing.
Oh, she says it's older than you and her.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, it is old.
But I feel like you watched it here at the house.
Maybe you were streaming at the time.
Yeah, you were out of town. You were in Mexico. Remember that
But I
trip?
feel like you've watched it here. That's all right. All right, I'm not going to, beat that to death. But, yeah, it came out in 04. Okay, then I definitely haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Me neither. I wasn't watching movies in 04. I was at a theater in 04 that sucked the life out of me.
Shut up.
I mean, it was a great...
Some of us still live there.
Like some of you do. It was still
We'll
fun,
see.
though. I really
It
wouldn't have done
was.
it if I didn't love it. So that's a different
Yeah.
story. Cool.
That's the thing.
Well, that's our list of films that we love that Jamie Foxx is in. So
Yeah.
I recommend
job.
all those films. Check them out if you get a chance.
Do
Check
it.
them out.
Ooh. All right, let's move on to stuff we're putting in our eyes.
What we put in our eyes this week?
Well,
DJ.
Alphabet Movie Soup. Joe had the iMovie. And no, I don't mean the iMovie program that you can edit films on the Mac. What I mean is In the Tall Grass is the film that he chose.
It was indeed.
It was definitely in tall grass. A lot of it.
There was a
I-
lot of really tall grass.
I never knew grass could get that tall. Like, was that all CGI or could grass really get that tall?
Well, it wasn't grass per se. You know what I mean? Like it was a field of something. Could have been corn. They look
Yeah.
like corn stalks, but
It did, but then when they were, if you've ever actually been in like a corn maze, it's not
Yeah.
really what corn looks like on the inside.
Yeah.
Right. Or maybe
but
they
as soon
dressed
as I
up.
was-
I don't know.
When I was watching it, I was like, oh my god, this looks like corn. DJ is never going to want to go visit the Travises.
No. Well, and if I hear a kid yelling in the field, I am going to
just
say,
stay away.
just leave
sorry,
them.
buddy.
Say, hey.
I'll call somebody else to come help you. Yeah.
Let me get a tractor.
Yeah, I'll get
and
the
someone
combine
else.
and then
Yeah,
run away from the combine.
yeah.
It did look like it was in the grass family.
Yeah, for sure.
It did.
I told Blue, I'm like, why don't you just burn it down? Start a fire.
That's a
right.
That's a good question.
That'll get you out.
I mean,
One way or another, you'll get
I
out
will
of there.
say I haven't seen a movie so intent upon making you scared of plant life since The Happening.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Scary
Happening.
trees. See, Blue's here with me on that one. She totally knew what was coming.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some shots that were really pretty with all
Yeah.
of the grass moving from above. That was really cool. But yeah, it was.
It was. I mean, it was fascinating. What I loved about it was the timeline change.
Okay.
That was something that I found interesting. Like, how did that kid know that guy? And yeah, that's as far as I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say how, but still, it was really fascinating. And then the murdery thing. Yeah, but I mean, it's a horror film. There's murdery stuff in it.
I'm not debating that part.
Yeah.
There's definitely murdery stuff in it.
And you could look up on Does the Dog Die? And
okay, so that you ruined for me because...
I'm sorry.
No, there's nothing in the beginning of the film that even...
hints at a dog.
Hints at a dog. Like, the first time you see this dog, it's dead and covered with flies. So, starting off your Marco Polo to me with, hey, check, does the dog die? Instantly to me means you, like, get attached to this dog. But it was instead just like, hey, what's that? Oh, shit, it's a dead dog.
Yeah. You don't actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Freddy.
Yeah.
The dog's name was Freddy.
It
Yes,
was.
Freddy. That's right.
Rest in peace, Freddy.
Wow. So what made
Ripperinos and Pepperinos, Freddy.
what? Yeah. What made you choose this movie?
I turned on Netflix. I pushed the I button. It was the first one.
Nice.
So you had not seen this before.
Nope.
I was kind of looking forward to it because it was written by Stephen King. Well, I mean, it was based off a novel by Stephen King.
It was an adaptation of one of his novellas, yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't just Stephen King. It was also written by somebody else. So they collaborated on this film. Or on this thing. So, but I mean, and the concept was pretty cool up until a certain point, in which case they kind of lost me, and the grass and where it goes on that lady just was like, I was like, oh. Yeah, I know. I can't say any more, but wow. Do not watch this with your kids.
Oh, man. Jeez.
It's
Because
fine.
that was the first thing I was thinking, was just like, I was watching this movie going, oh, do you know what? I wish
my 2-year-old was here.
Right? I wish my 2-year-old niece was just sitting here with like some popcorn with me.
See, I would have never thought of that. You know.
I was being sarcastic.
I
You
know
brought it up.
I know you were. Oh my gosh. But still, oh my gosh. Well, and it has those warnings on it, but wow. What else? I don't know what else to say about this film.
What did you think, Joe?
Well, I thought if people have anxiety, they shouldn't watch this first few minutes of it because, well, maybe the whole thing, because there's definitely parts I feel like any movie where people are running through a cornfield and can't find each other and it's really hectic camera movements and stuff could definitely set off somebody's anxiety. Like, right? Oh my god, I'm freaking out here. But
all that leftover Blair Witch.
Yeah.
Feels.
So overall, it wasn't very scary.
Yeah.
But there was a couple times where I'm like, wait, what? Oh,
wait.
And then I had to let the scene the scene had to play out for a second. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff Blue called out right away, and I was like, okay, maybe no, that's just that guy. Oh, okay,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a few times where I was like,
there are a couple
skeptical.
of things that are super Stephen King-y about it.
Yeah.
But
creepy kid, check.
Yep.
Dead animals, check.
Dead animal,
check.
Yeah.
Issues with marriage, check.
Yeah.
Issues with other things,
check.
Kind of weird.
Yeah. Like that one guy who says a bunch of stuff and you're just like, where the hell did you come from?
Yeah.
And also, why are you... who are you... Go away!
Yeah.
I am having issues here. I don't need Exposition Man to roll up. Thank you. But
he kind of helped.
Did he, though?
I don't know. He might have.
Wait for Exposition Man. I will say that just more and more, the more movies he's in, the less I want to trust Patrick Wilson. More and more, he's getting on that Ben Kingsley train where I just don't want to trust him. So
yeah, he was pretty evil here.
Yeah. So
And right away, I'm like, something. I didn't want to believe it, but right away, Blue's like, something's up with that guy.
Yeah.
I was like,
that's
really?
from
he just like,
yes, minute one, man.
Really? Okay, so he would have suckered me. I would have. Never mind. I almost spoiled something. I would have. Yeah, he would have got me.
Yeah, he didn't seem worried. Like everybody else is going, what the hell's going on? And he's just all, hey guys, finger guns.
He said he knew. Hey, I could get it. I can do it. And I was like, all right, he must know something. Let's
so
go.
did everybody else you met.
That's true.
Yeah.
But he had that duck thing. Yeah, it's hard to explain. Like on the outside, they're all like smooth and composed, and then underneath, they're just like paddling like crazy.
Turbulent.
Yeah, he's got that ducky energy in this one. So
I gotcha.
So there.
Yeah.
But
I feel like it wasn't scary either. I think that they were playing on anxiety more than scary and suspense, which some of the suspense was not. It just sort of fell short for me.
Okay.
And maybe that's because I was expecting scarier. Especially
that was because you just watched Hereditary last week.
Yes. But hey, don't get me wrong, it got weird in this one too. Like near the end it got super weird, and I turned away at one moment, but Penny was like, oh, they didn't show anything, and it just so you know, it's in relation to Mom's head, and that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That was pretty nice, actually.
Yeah, I didn't I did not forget about that. I turned away, and I still remember that.
Why'd you turn away?
I didn't want to see what I thought was going to happen.
Man.
It wasn't as bad as you thought it was going to be. Your imagination
I know.
It was pretty tame.
I'm thinking Gallagher, and it wasn't.
No, there was no Sledge-O-Matic moment.
No. So, I thought one part was really cool when the main daddy dude puts his hand in the ground and pulls up a bone. I thought that was like the coolest thing.
Okay.
I don't know why, but that just was like, oh, that was convenient.
Yeah.
The little things that impress me. I don't. And fortunately, though, they showed us how that would have been possible.
Right.
Which was also
pretty gnarly.
Creepy. Yeah. That was wow.
That was like, wow.
I said that too.
But
I
what
was like
makes
sitting
me,
there and I was just all, oh.
Yeah.
Mike really liked that part.
But they didn't do anything with it. They didn't. I mean,
there was a lot of things, but that's not. That's. Shut up, Beth.
I just feel like it really didn't make any sense. Like, why would you show us that and do nothing?
It's to show you how this is going to be literal and figurative, how deep it all goes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. I would have liked to have seen an addition to it, if you know what I mean. Like,
More
yeah,
explanation?
Not explanation. Well, it would be explanation, but say they had a random character in a red shirt, now he's dead and this is his place, I use the Star Trek red shirt.
Yeah, I totally picked up on that. That was subtle.
Yeah, but so I wish they would have shown more. Like, to me, it was like just like this little scratch, and maybe they'll show more of part 2 if they even make it.
Part 2?
No, there's no part 2, but I'm just saying.
No, I think they don't need to explain it. I think it was self-explanatory.
It
Right.
did stuff.
Yeah.
Especially when you put it together, like, oh, you never leave.
Yeah.
Right.
The Hotel California of crop.
Right.
Of
That's
the
true.
grass fields.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I guess, I still overall kind of liked the film, even though it was, kind of weird.
Even though you turned away at the best part?
That was not the best part. I know
It might have
the
been.
best part.
Oh, the scissors were pretty good. That was a pretty good part.
That was pretty
that was
good.
good.
And the oops, I missed him part.
Yeah.
I knew was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I knew he was gonna do it, and I was like, dang it, this son of a gun.
Crap.
But I knew he was gonna do it. So
The guy who got dropped,
yeah.
that was when they came back to him later. I thought that was kind of creepy, and I was just amazed that what happened right after that. So
Oh,
I'm not gonna say any more. I really shouldn't. I'm so much in spoiler territory now.
yeah.
We're definitely tiptoeing around it.
Yeah.
I do recommend watching this film.
Oh.
I
Okay,
know.
I wouldn't have expected
Wow.
that.
I
know.
wouldn't have either.
Yeah, it's scary, and
I'm
people,
shacked.
if you are into that genre, I totally recommend watching it.
Yeah, if you like a Stephen Kingy weird what the hell okay kind of movie, yeah, definitely in the tall grass. Netflix. It's a Netflix original.
Yeah.
They've been really banking on Stephen King stuff lately. Like they did Gerald's Game and
Well, I think he signed a contract for it like a little while ago.
well, it's like the season of Stephen King.
Yeah.
Got like The Stand coming out.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I am so excited. Have you seen anything for that yet?
no,
They just
nothing.
I'll send you a linky.
I was
Is it
gonna
going to be a
say,
real trailer or a fake one? Because we know how you were
I
susceptible.
think there's a little blow
You
it
know-
at your ass.
They have a trailer for it on the
On
the
CBS All
the
Access.
CBS All Access. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't looked at
Is it
that.
CBS? AB? What?
CBS.
See, okay, it was.
Sibis.
I
CBS.
can never remember. The only
CBS.
one I remember the actual, what's it called? The broadcasting network letters was Craig Ferguson used to say CBS cares all the time. And he was usually doing it in a sarcastic manner.
Got it.
I knew that Craig Ferguson was on CBS. I can never keep the rest of it straight.
So it's CBS Cares.
Yeah,
There you go.
there you go.
I always know it's not Disney, and Disney's ABC.
Oh, that's right. I remember ABC because they had the Grey's Anatomy ABC banner on the wall of, like, walking into California Adventure all the time.
Yeah.
I
These are
miss that
things-
place. I want to go back to Star Wars Galaxy's Land so bad.
Right,
Or
so bad.
Galaxy's Edge.
Well, I
Ugh.
guess they're talking about opening it up soon. Or
Yeah, well, I'm not going to be there.
oh, me either.
Yeah.
Like I go every year, and I am not this year, and it makes my heart sad. But
Yeah.
I would.
I believe it opens next month. September.
DJ's already
something.
got his tickets.
September is this year or this month.
It is
I mean,
this year
sorry,
and
October.
every other
Shut
year.
up, Joe, blow it out your ass. DJ was
Well-
like, "Oh, it's next month, September." I'm like, "It's the 21st. Next month is like in a week and a half."
It's almost October time.
It's almost Beth's birthday.
It is Thursday.
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 Wow.
Thursday.
Happy
Thursday.
birthday, Beth.
Thanks. Thanks, guys.
Happy early birthday.
Thanks.
Yeah.
There was something else I was gonna say. What was it?
Early birthday.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
Early
know.
birthday?
You were going to say what you've been watching all week.
I'm sure that was it. I watched a movie on Amazon Prime about taxidermy.
How was that?
It was really cool. It's called Stuffed, and the visuals are just ridiculously beautiful.
Of course
Because
it's called Stuffed.
Artistic taxidermy, not like, hey, I just ran over this raccoon and thought it might look good. Or
Raccoon.
like, hey, I caught this big dead fish, shellac it for me. They're talking about like museum taxidermy and stuff like that.
neat.
It's really kind of cool, and some of the dead animals are just beautiful. So that was really cool. If you have any interest in that, Stuffed on Amazon Prime. I watched The Newsroom again because I needed it. I started watching The West Wing today because it's written by the same guy who wrote The Newsroom, and I figured, hey, let's give it a try. I watched In the Tall Grass, and I watched the docuseries Challenger, the Final Flight on Netflix. And as a child of the 80s, I just missed the Challenger thing. Mm-hmm. Like, I was 4 when Challenger happened, so I wasn't in school where they were just piping it into the children. And then, the tragedy happened and all the kids were watching.
Yep. I remember watching it in school.
See, that's the thing, is like a lot of my friends know exactly where they were.
Yep.
When Challenger exploded, because they were like at school and they were like, oh, Krista McAuliffe, she's going to be the first teacher in space.
Yeah, that's why all the schools really ran with it, because it's like, oh, we're saying a teacher. Yeah,
they had all these kids like in assemblies watching, and it just, whoops. And of course, the whole thing is just ridiculously preventable. And an entire generation of school kids were just terrified of spaceflight after that. It's so sad. And, like, they get really into the families, and they have really interesting interviews with everybody. People who signed off on it, and you can see the guilt on these people, and people who... It's a really interesting documentary. I learned a lot because I didn't know that much because I was 4.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have any interest in that, full disclosure, I cried 3 times, and I don't have the emotional, like, I didn't see it happen.
Yeah.
So, I don't have the PTSD from it, but I thought it was a really good docuseries. If you have any interest in that or reliving that, yikes, go ahead and give it a watch. It's on Netflix. Pretty good.
It's on the Netflix.
Oh, and I started watching, good God, Wicked Tuna.
What is that?
It's, okay, so we usually watch Deadliest Catch on Discovery because we've been watching it since the beginning, and now it's just a habit. But I started watching Wicked Tuna, which is a giant tuna fishing show. And these fishermen are out of Gloucester, Massachusetts, so they all have like the Boston accent or the Massachusetts accent, which is pretty amusing. And they're talking about these ginormatron fish, and they have to catch their quota and everything, which is great. And if that's the kind of show that you enjoy watching, if you enjoy Deadliest Catch, which is about the Alaskan crabs, I don't know if you know about that.
I know what it is. Yep.
Then you'll probably enjoy Wicked Tuna. It's on Disney Plus because it's a National Geographic show. And I'm like 2 seasons in, and I'm just like, it's still on. But you get to hear all sorts of really fun things, and you get to learn about fishing giant tuna and how to do it. And these fish are huge. Like, oh my God, they are big fish. And these guys are just pulling them in with rods.
Yeah, man. Hooking them and lifting them up.
Seriously, in these not big boats. Like, our living room is just smaller than this boat.
Wow.
So, yeah, and they're like out on the the caps and everything with this freaking tiny boat. Nor'easter's coming in. You should batten down and go home back to Gloucester. It's interesting. I'm gonna keep
Sounds
watching
awesome.
It. I actually enjoy it. So, and who's next?
Joey.
I haven't really been watching much, but between school and just watching Twitch mostly and streaming. We haven't really been. I do enjoy the Alphabet movies because then it hey, you got to watch a movie. So
yeah, it makes you watch the movie.
It definitely gets to put something in my eyes for that week. So that's nice.
There you go.
Yay. Well, we'll keep it going then.
Yeah.
I like that idea. I'll have something for you guys soon, Jay.
Okay.
Yay. Well, we still been watching Homeland.
How'd that go for you?
Well, it's going all right. We decided we'll just commit to the first season and then go from there.
Okay.
So, but it's pretty. I'm enjoying it a little bit. It's very, very slow, which is why we probably won't finish it, or we won't go to season 2, depending on their cliffhanger for season one.
Yeah, depending. And then you might just watch the first episode.
That's pretty much what we'll do. Where they will probably solve it in like 5 minutes.
Right.
Which
Or
is
they'll just
typically
say,
what
hey,
happens.
do you remember that thing that happened? Well, this was how it was done. Next!
Yeah. Next. Yeah, exactly. One of the things I've been watching live news lately, which is kind of interesting, and I have to tell you, there's this commercial that came on.
Uh-oh.
Commercials are 30 seconds.
Are they?
Not that long. Well, this one is. And you get to see what the medication is for like 5 seconds, maybe 7. The rest of the time is telling you what could happen if you take it.
Oh, God.
I was like, why are you even pushing this drug? I don't even know what the drug was at
Pharmaceutical
this
companies
point.
make a lot of money.
I would never in a million years take whatever drug that was, and trust me, I'll find out. And oh my gosh, 20 something seconds of what could go wrong by taking it. I can't believe it. Sorry.
Wow.
So that's just, I watched that commercial. That just was like, and I think it was for a type 2 diabetes or something like that, which I would never take it now anyway, because I have type 1 diabetes. So thanks for that, DJ, taking me off track. The Inside Man.
Okay.
Or Inside Man, I think it is. There's no the, but anyway. That was about a robbery that actually didn't happen, but it did happen. And
funny story, that was almost going to be my eye pick.
Was
it? Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah, the one with
That's super funny.
With what's his name?
Denzel Washington.
Denzel, yep. And I almost picked that.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, you could have picked that, honestly. I mean, it was good. It was really good.
I like the composer who did the soundtrack for it.
Oh.
Yeah. Definitely a recommend if you get a chance to watch it. But yeah, it's a bank robbery that happens, and brilliant, actually. It was a pretty smart way to do it. So, and then another kind of a heist movie, The Take. And I can't remember what that one was on. And now I'm blanking on the whole film because now I've got Inside Man stuck in my head. The Take. I just remember I liked it. Oh, yes. Okay, now I remember The Take. Okay, The Take was a film with Idris Elba. And he plays a CIA agent. And they are in France.
CIA agent.
Oh, Richard Madden too. He's pretty.
Yeah, and it was there was a bomb that goes off, and they pin it on a pickpocket who
a young pickpocket and an unruly CIA agent team up on an anti-terrorist mission in France.
That's right. It was set in
Classic
France.
love story, if I've ever heard one.
Yes,
right?
Exactly. Well, and here's the problem.
Uh-oh.
Like, I enjoyed the film. Penny fell asleep. But there was a lot of points where the French police and French nationalists were speaking to each other in French.
Oh, that's right. You were telling me about this.
And barely, I would say 10% of that was actually captioned.
Subtitled?
Or subtitled, exactly. By the time it ended a scene, it would subtitle whatever it was in French. So
it didn't help.
That didn't help at all. So we had to watch what they were saying, and I just kind of guessed what they were saying based on their facial expressions and such, and body language and all that. So you could tell they were like some of the bad guys.
Oh.
But luckily, when Idris Elba and the pickpocket, I can't remember his name, but
Beth, you said his name.
Richard Madden is
Yeah,
his
Richard
actor
Madden.
name.
Yeah, when they
His
were...
name is Michael Mason in the show.
Oh, that's right. But when they were together, it was all in English. So
Oh, well.
that was helpful.
They're
so-
both actually... Ew. English.
Yeah, so
What is that?
About I want to say 75% of the film was in English. 5% of the film was subtitled. The
Okay.
rest was not. But
En français.
in Francais. So if you know French, you probably really get a kick out of it.
All them French words.
Yeah. So, but
French fried taters.
I still enjoyed the film, even though like that subtitle wasn't there. It was still really good, and it felt like that they were subtitling. They even subtitled some of the French. So I feel like that they did it, and then they said, "Well, we ran out of money, so let's not do it anymore."
Okay.
That'd be my guess. And that's on the Netflix as well. And that's all I've got. Again, I'm also going to school, and so that's taking up a lot of my time as well. So, arg. So that's the way that goes. And this weekend was Talk Like a Pirate Day. That was fun.
It was indeed.
Yes. Had coworkers texting me in pirate. That was really neat. So.
Very
No,
nice.
Very nice. All right, that is it.
We never rated In the Tall Grass.
Oh,
We
you're
never-
right. We didn't.
We didn't rate it.
What's your rating, Joe?
DJ, what's your rating?
My rating, I'm gonna go with a 7.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
How about you,
I'd give
Joe?
it. I'd probably give it a 7. It wasn't great, but it wasn't
Right.
terrible.
Yeah.
You know, like.
I'll do the same. We'll just give it a 7 across the board.
And I'm a little more dim-witted. Some of the things didn't jump out at me right away.
I
So,
wouldn't say you're dim-witted, Joe.
I wouldn't either.
well, no, just some of the things that were very obvious after the fact. I'm like, why didn't I pick up on that?
You were busy.
hey, you were
busy.
doing math.
You were doing math,
I was watching the movie.
but your brain was still in your math book.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You just finished math.
Just take the out, man.
All right, I was working on quadratic factoring.
That's
yeah,
it.
see? There's no way I would have.
Ooh, I love quadratic
I can't
factoring.
even. Ew.
Yuck.
No.
That's fun.
You can do my homework then.
But then you would learn nothing.
I know how to do it. I just don't like doing it.
Oh yeah, it takes a long time.
I'll say yuck again.
Yeah, for some of the
Yeah.
bigger problems, yeah, it's
Yep.
a bit.
I'm like one problem could end up being a whole page.
I haven't worked on anything that large,
Oh,
but
okay. You'll get there.
a few lines, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys were hearing me, so.
Oh, you went digital.
Nope.
Nope, that was just me.
Nope, that was you.
I'm just making barf noises anyway, so.
Yes. Barf.
It's
Oh,
not
barf.
important.
Barf.
I just borfed it.
Last week we had a challenge,
We did.
and
That is accurate.
nobody wrote in for the challenge. Yeah.
I don't remember what it was.
It was Pride and Prejudice.
Oh yeah, yeah, and an absolutely like knowable, like that's iconic scene.
Yeah.
Iconic.
Quotable, even.
Yeah.
Quotable. Well, I got a
God damn it,
quotable one for you. Are you ready for
Okay.
this? There it is.
Yep. Let's do it.
I'm gonna make this easier on you guys. Maybe not so much easier. Just depends on how it goes. But
Hold on a second.
yes.
I'm gonna make this easier. Maybe not so much easier.
Well,
What?
I mean,
What?
I know,
Guys, I'm gonna turn left, but I'm gonna turn right. Okay?
I'm turning left, but also I'm going into the air. I'm gonna drive away like in Greece.
like like in Greece. I love it. You're
Guys,
right.
I'm gonna make this very simple by complicating the shit out of it. Okay?
Right?
So-
I'm gonna make this 8 times harder than it needs to be. Not 7, not 9. 8 times harder
8.
than it
See,
needs to be.
see, you know what I'm thinking. Look in my right hand when I'm doing something with my left. See, that's
Yeah, exactly. It's all
how it
about
works.
misdirection.
You
Exactly.
keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah.
Here's yours. I'm just kidding.
I
The sheriff, he told you.
I could never have touched your butt.
Oh,
Excuse me?
Dewey. Dewey just called from Pismo Beach. He says it's a physical impossibility for him to touch your butt. I know your tricks, Dewey. So what's the challenge?
Sorry, the challenge. I'm going to go a different route, and it's going to be a trivia question. A trivia challenge. How do you like them apples?
I like them apples.
Yes. And so here it is. You get no ABC choices. Sorry.
It is not multiple choice.
It is not.
Hasn't it never been multiple choice?
It never has been.
So he was telling me about this earlier, and he's like, he just starts out by saying that there's not a multiple choice. Because we're all expecting there to be multiple choice. We weren't expecting it, DJ.
Who's ever expecting multiple choice?
No one expects the Spanish
Man,
Inquisition.
I am super confused right now.
That's okay. So what I'm looking at is a trivia question. I'm looking at one, and it gives choices, but I'm not going to be giving choices. I want this to be...
so you're not playing a clip.
No.
Right, no.
No.
It's a trivia question,
okay.
and because this question he saw online has option for trivial or for multiple choice, you didn't have to say that, DJ. If you're not going to give us answer options,
it's called
just
sleight
ignore
of hand.
them.
I know, you're right. Well, I don't know how my brain works, but that's true. Okay, here it is.
Reading it.
Here it is. Beth, you cannot chime in.
Okay, I will put my microphone on mute so that I won't
blurt it out by accident.
Yeah. Okay.
Monkey noises only from you, Beth. You could do that. What is Indiana Jones's most afraid of? What is Indiana Jones most afraid of? All right, there we go. That's it. That's your challenge. If you could answer that question, send us a text at 512-podcast or any of the other wonderful ways.
For added bonus,
yes.
There you go.
How many times does he mention it in the trilogy?
Ooh. Hopefully one of us knows that. There you go. Let us know. So, very cool.
We are going to die.
Dude, the face he makes when he says that is the funniest thing. His little frowny face.
It's so good.
Oh, I have a gif of that somewhere.
And I hate
Willie Scott.
hate her character in that movie.
Oh, she's horrible.
It's so bad.
Ugh.
You're meant to hate her character, though, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't think we were.
Really?
Maybe. I mean, they do make a big deal about how dramatic she is.
Dude, ugh.
And like that one
That
scene
part
where Indy and Short Round are doing all the exposition on the stones and everything, and she's just running around getting terrified of the animals in the camp.
Yeah. The part where she pours the perfume on the elephant makes me so mad.
Right?
It makes me mad. How dare you?
Right?
How dare you?
Oh.
She's such a pain. Ugh. There it is. There's the face.
I know, his little frowny at the end is so golden.
All right, so what is Indiana Jones most afraid of, and how many times does he mention it in the trilogy? Not counting
not counting the fourth one.
Crystal crap.
The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which a lot of fans just agree didn't happen.
Yeah, they do.
I like parts of that movie.
I
do.
like parts of it.
Me too.
But
screw those monkeys.
that was the worst part of the movie.
That was the worst part. You're just
really
what?
was
Stop
dumb.
that. Why?
Is
Why'd
this
you
guy
do that?
really swinging on vines with monkeys to catch up to a Jeep? Come on.
For the love of mud.
Ugh.
And that made it kind of difficult to watch the bare necessities. What is that? The
Jungle Book?
Jungle Book version. I had flashbacks of that scene.
Oh.
Because they did the same thing in Jungle Book.
At least Mowgli grew up in the jungle. I mean, clearly
true. And
Mutton
it's
grew up in wherever,
yeah,
Indiana or some crap. He's a greaser, and he's just gonna roll up into these viney trees and start swinging with the monkeys.
Yeah.
I mean, makes sense to me. What are you talking about? You've never done that?
I know.
Yeah.
Well, in case you guys want to go to the movies, a movie called Break the Silence, the movie. I'm not sure what that is. I haven't seen or heard of anything about it, but that opens up in a couple of days.
Okay.
Akira 4K events. I'm not sure what that is. This one I'm not sure of either. It's Empire Strikes Back 40th Anniversary Classic.
I had heard that that's in theaters the day after my birthday, and I'm like, why are you doing this to me?
Beth sent me a thing saying, "Why are they doing this to me? Putting that movie in the theaters on my birthday.
On my birthday. Come on, guys.
Why? Why?"
Evil. That's why. That's why.
That Akira in 4K sounds pretty tempting, but I'm not going to go to the movies.
Yep.
I'm not.
Yeah. And also another movie called The Last Shift comes out. I have no idea what that's about. I have not seen a
That
trailer
sounds like
for
a police movie.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
So I could wait for that. In 17 days, the Trump prophecy.
Wow,
Sorry.
he can't even stop laughing.
I don't know what that is. That's probably a joke. I don't know what it is.
At this point, I wouldn't say that's a joke. Somebody probably actually made that.
2020. Somebody made that. Okay. Where was I? Trailers, future movies. Did anybody see the Mandalorian trailer?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
did.
I did too.
Yep.
Yep, saw that. What else?
I'm glad that they didn't show us all the great stuff. I read some complaints that it was like fairly tame, and I go, that's fine. Don't show me everything.
Don't show us all the good stuff before.
Why do people want to see all of everything in the trailers? Like they ruin stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, how many times have you gone to see a movie and you're like, well, that was great, except that all of the things that were cool about it were what we saw in the trailer.
Yeah. I like some of the places like put stuff in the trailer that don't actually end up in the movie.
Yeah,
Yep.
that happens too.
Yeah. Which is kind of cool. Like,
Rogue One,
yeah.
because of reshoots, though.
Yeah. So, and that's kind of cool. I like how they do that. Sometimes I'm like, oh, that was the best. That was a funny scene. I was hoping I'd see that. But, I digress. Anything else that you guys seen? Any other trailers?
No.
I don't think so.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Well, next week we're going to talk about a famous actor's films, and it's going to be thanks to Wendy. She said, hey, why don't we do Tom Hardy films next week? And so that's what we're going to do. Films with Tom Hardy in them. How do you like them apples?
Is that your
Tom
saying
Hardy.
for the week?
I guess so. Holy mackerel.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Tim Hardy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tim Hardy.
Tommy Hardy.
Tommy Hardy. He used to live down the street.
He used to mow my lawn.
He was the babysitter. I don't know where that
It's
came from.
gone really it's gone off the rails. And you know what? I'm
little bit.
happy because that was pretty funny to me.
It was.
All right.
It was
Even
pretty
if
funny.
nobody else thought it was funny, I was laughing.
Yeah, me too. Well, if you have a Tom Hardy film you want to see, send us a text at 512podcast or send us an email at shoutout@tfwmovies.com or at
Shoutout.
tfwmovies, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
What?
Yep.
He's oof.
Did I go digital again?
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout it out, you hoser.
He's practicing
out.
for when we all move to Canada.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. When
Shout
it
out.
happens. We got to get away from this smoke
Yep.
and mirrors.
The smoke and mirrors.
Dang, that's pretty good, actually. There's a lot of that going around.
Yeah,
There
accurate.
is.
I mean, I was like, yes, it was the smoke, and then that's accurate. Yep. Oh, we are going to die from.
I don't know if it's entertainment news, but rip Ruth Ginsburg.
Oh, RBG.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I almost had a meltdown when that
He
happened.
did.
Yeah.
That sparked the longest political conversation DJ and I have ever had.
Yeah. That,
Ever heard?
Had over Marco Polo, for sure.
Oh, man.
wow.
You and Blue were going late the other night. That's pretty neat.
We're not until like 2.
Oh, wow.
Marco Polo's cool. It's like you're in the same room.
It is.
I don't know what I was I streaming? I was
You were
streaming that night, right?
streaming.
Yeah.
You were doing your GTA.
No, it was on Sunday, wasn't it? Was it Sunday?
I don't know what day it was. It's all a blur.
Wasn't it yesterday?
No, it was like 2 days ago.
Thursday?
Maybe. I don't know
I don't know
what
what-
day it was.
Yeah, I don't know what night it was.
It was when she was organizing stuff.
I don't
I
know.
mean,
when that
that's what you guys are doing right now. That's another reason why it's not a surprise you're not watching a ton of stuff, is you guys are still going through all sorts of stuff from your...
we got to clear, because now we have a bedroom set on the way that we got to make space for.
That
so.
was what she
Yep.
was saying.
That's funny. Yep. Yeah,
Yes, indeed.
I think that's the other thing we've been doing is like we get new stuff for our room. We just got a new bed. You saw that part. So yeah, that's why we're not watching movies.
And Penny expertly put it together, I may add.
She was so good. Although I was informed by someone who's on this podcast currently that they needed to change the handles on the drawers on the underside of the bed, and he did that all by himself while
man.
Penny was out working.
Yep.
So
Yep. Oh,
we
Well
yeah.
have
done,
to
well
give
done.
credit where credit is due.
He
And
changed
we
the
gave him
handles.
so much crap about Penny building the bed while he was like TikToking and social mediaing.
He was like, hey, look at our new bed we're putting together.
We're putting together. Meanwhile, look at me. I'm on the lines.
That's all right. Bike does all the construction around here, too. I just point.
Aha. Do this, do that.
That's not true.
Why don't we plug something?
Sure.
Yeah, shall we?
Yeah, do it.
Yay. Checho's Standard Tattoo Parlor. Yep, it is. I think it's still open. Like, I'm not sure what's going on in California because they open and close and then open and then close.
Well, there's reasons.
Oh, I get it. Oh, yes, there are reasons.
Wasn't there just like a huge outbreak of the old C-19 at San
Yeah.
Diego State?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they resumed classes in 700 cases.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
At least that's what I read.
Yeah.
I don't know how accurate it is, but I read 700 new cases.
Yeah.
that's
We
intense.
apparently 1,000 casino workers tested positive.
I heard that from you, too.
Yeah, I'm not going to the casinos. Definitely not. That's just scary stuff. But anyway, Big Checho, I do believe he's still open. And you're pretty much safe with him, I have a feeling. Like, they cover up. It's almost like they're wearing hazmat suits that have needles stuck in them. I'm not sure how that works. And if I made it scarier to go in, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did a little.
Yeah, no, it's much nicer. They're flowery. Like, think Daisy Duck giving you a tattoo. No, this is just wrong.
You see some weird stuff, DJ.
That definitely went a different direction.
Sorry, Checho. He's really cool, guys. He's really cool. He's not heavy-handed, and he does amazing work. So check him out on
He's a
Broadway.
cool
Talented
guy.
art man. He's a talented art man.
Talented.
Talented
art
art man. He owns the Standard Tattoo Parlor, and it is on Broadway in Chula Vista. Just take a plane ride down to San Diego, and then a Uber over to him. Get your tattoo.
There you go.
But you might as well make an appointment first, so that you're gonna have to do.
So get in a crowded airport, in a crowded plane, in a stranger's car, then get your tattoo done.
Don't do that.
Oh gosh, when you put it that way.
Well, that's what you said.
Never mind. Just hitchhike. No! Don't hitchhike. Backpack.
Yikes.
Just backpack. Don't touch anybody.
Sweet Jesus.
take-
Just stop.
Sorry. Okay, moving on.
Go to the nearest cornfield and just go inside and see what happens.
Specifically if you hear a kid saying, help, help.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
My name's Tobin.
Tobin!
Oh no! Don't even think about finding Tobin. Don't even.
Don't leave Tobin alone.
Do it. Yeah. Not even Tobin's Guide to Ghosts.
Tobin's Spirit Guide.
Tobin's Spirit Guide.
No, not even that. I wrote a book called The Nerda-in-Law, and
You did.
Crackhead Blue got a copy.
We have a copy sitting on our counter.
Woo! So cool. You could buy it on Amazon. You could read it on the Kindle. And you can, if you have Kindle Unlimited, you could just read it anytime you want. As many times as you want. See?
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah. So, rave reviews. My aunt is just loving it.
Oh, good. Your aunt is so sweet.
She is pretty sweet. So anyway, there you have it. The Nerda-in-law. And again, Nerda. You find out in the book, but I'll tell you now. It means not even related to a deaf adult. So there is a link on our website, 512 podcast. No. Jeez Louise. What?
tfwmovies.com.
Thank you. You want to plug anybody else? Anybody?
Joe wants to plug his Twitch stream.
Yeah, we could plug my Twitch stream.
Oh,
guys, you can find me on Twitch 3 nights a week, sometimes 4. We do the occasional Sunday. And we might actually do that more often now that we have a D&D style RPG going with a bunch of guys jumping in on it. And that was pretty fun last night. We didn't set anybody on fire unintentionally like we did the previous time we did it. But you can find me at twitch.tv/apostle_OFC. Like I said, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, usually around 6 o'clock. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We have my 2-year stream anniversaries coming up.
Yeah.
We're going to do a 12-hour stream for that. And then I do have Extra Life fundraiser coming up again early November. And there'll be more info on that. Also, was there one more thing I was going to announce?
I don't know.
Oh, Halloween season's coming up, so we're going to start playing some scary games. And it's going to be a good time.
Spooky season.
Yep. Gonna start playing Dead by Daylight with all the boys, so it should be a good time.
There you go.
So come on, check it out.
Okay.
There you go. And I do believe your stream is also on our website, in case they wanted to check that out. And then 29 Toes podcast. They're not on our website. But we like them.
Why not?
I don't know. We like them, though. We like listening to them. So
Yeah.
I think they're still working on their 100th. So there's going to be something good. I just know it.
There you go.
When it happens. So there you go.
Yeah.
What
there
else?
you go.
Thank yous. Beth, you want to take it away?
Oh, sure. What is that? Oh. All right. So now I'm going to do the thank yous like DJ.
Oh, dear. No, don't do it. Don't confuse them.
The time has come, as it does at the end of every show, to say thank you to everybody who helps us or has helped us or listens, all of those things, because we appreciate it so very much. So we will start with our Patreon members, Lucas, Abby, Tyler, Teacher Jam, Strauss, Sean, and Wendy. Thank you so much. If you listen to the show and you decided that you want to watch Joe eat a Twinkie Wiener sandwich, head on over to Patreon and we'll get that going for you. We would like to thank Joshua Struthers, who's a super cool guy, Big Checho, who we just... Wow. I'll maybe also apologize to Big Checho, but that's okay. Thanks, Big C! You're the man. Does all of our art for us. We'd like to thank the cast, so we'll start with DJ McGee. That's him over there. You heard him talking through most of the show. Joe Ray, he's that guy over there. You heard him make us watch a movie about really tall grass. And I am Beth Levine. I would like to thank the beautiful ladies behind the scenes who help us. Miss Crackhead Blue, who's awesome sauce. My mom, Dorothy Fielden, who's also awesome, and Penny McGee, who is also awesome. Let's say also awesome several more times.
Also awesome,
Thank
also
you.
awesome, also awesome, also awesome, also awesome.
But most of all, we would like to thank the listening audience because you showed up, you listened, you put us in your ears, and thanks so very much for that. We'll try not to break anything while we're in there. But most of all, just like I say every week, I want to remind you guys, wash your hands and wear your mask and just be nice. The world is kind of a dumpster fire right now, so make sure that you do your best to be awesome and excellent to each other.
Beth is right. It's a poop sandwich, and we all got to take a bite. So let's just get along.
But then chew it up, and maybe later you can have some ice cream.
Right.
Make sure that you try to be excellent to